everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shirley, also known as Backttalk, and I do anything Disney. If you're coming back, welcome back. Today I have a video full of tips and tricks for you for Tokyo Disney. We were so lucky to go to Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea recently, and we were also fortunate enough to stay at 2 different Disney hotels, so I thought I would make a video just going over all of the tips and tricks that we wish we would have known prior to going. If you're like me, you're probably a planner and you're probably gonna want to see these. If you have any questions or I didn't cover anything, please leave it on the comments and I will happily answer for you so you can have a magical time just like we did. But for now, let's just hear all about it. Right, our first tip might not be feasible for everyone, but I would highly suggest you save more money and go a little later, but stay at a Disney hotel. There are 5 hotels: Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, Disney Ambassador, Disney Sea Miracosta, Toy Story, and Celebration Hotel. Right now you're looking at Celebration Hotel. We only stayed here one night. This is the value hotel, quote unquote, because it's the cheapest hotel and it has amazing amenities, toothbrush, toothpaste, all of the fun stuff. But it is 20 minutes away from Disney, so it shows as it's in Disney, but it's actually not even in the circle of Disney. It's 20 minutes away. They do offer a shuttle, but those 20 minutes do make an impact when you're thinking of rope dropping, so something to consider. They also do not pass your bags to the next hotel, so we had a reservation for Ambassador the next day and they couldn't transfer our bags because they were too far of a hotel, so just think of that. Disney Ambassador Hotel was amazing. I am in love with this hotel. It is my favorite hotel, even more than Disneyland Hotel, which is a little bit crazy because I love that one. It is just magical. It is so elegant. It has the magic. It has a convenience store underneath. It has a store underneath, 2 restaurants, a bar, just so many amenities. They still have the free shuttle, but they are 5 minutes away, walking distance from Disney Sea. They are 5 minutes away from Disney Ikspiari, which is kind of like the Disney Springs. And they also have a JR station there, which is the train station. Their amenities here are so much cuter. So this is like free souvenirs. It's so cute. Now I know the Toy Story Hotel is really looked at, so I will tell you that you have to book at 11 a.m. 3 months before your planned day. So that's why we were not able to get the Toy Story Hotel. So if that's what you want, book 11 a.m. 3 months before your planned day. Now the perks, other than every beautiful thing that you're looking at right now, is that you get the happy entrance 15 minutes before everyone else. 15 minutes to me sounded like a joke, but it was not a joke. It was so beneficial to have it. It really made an impact during our rope drop. Highly suggested. The other big benefit is that you can buy park tickets here. They are reserved, so even on a sold out day, if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can still get tickets for that day. And they will show you the actual times of the parks. When you look at Google, it will not show the actual times. They usually open earlier than Google. And of course, all of the free shuttles, the proximity to the JR, and everything else. So definitely stay at a Disney hotel if you can. But let's move on to rope drop. If you're new to my channel, you might not know this, but we love to rope drop. Well, we don't love it, but we see the purpose of it, and I guess I kind of love it. I love the rush of it. So of course we rope dropped here in Japan, but we also had a happy entrance. So as you can see, there is a lot of people and we were here pretty early, but not everyone has a happy entry. Both parks have sections. One section is for people who have a hotel resort happy entrance and some who just have a ticket. The happy entry get to be in the front, just like you just saw, which was amazing. And same thing with Disney Sea, there's a separate section. Just ask, all the cast members are super nice. Show them the little piece of paper that tells them that you are a hotel guest, and it will point you to the right section so that you're not waiting, and then when the 15 minutes are up, you're like, wait, what happened? So make sure you ask. Don't just follow the crowd, but this is how my little piece of paper looked when we went. It's very easy, just ask. They're very friendly. And then the other perk of this is that we get to see characters even before the park opened. This was 5 minutes before they let us in, and both parks had characters. It wasn't just one park. Both parks had characters, which is absolutely amazing, with their outfits or normal, depending if it was like Disneyland or Disney Sea. So it was such a perk, and it just got you into magic before the run. Now, the rope drop here is no joke. I feel like if you've ever done rope drop Disney World Avatar, that's how it feels, that intense, but people jogging or running. Now, there was of course cast members saying no running at the beginning, and then towards the middle of the park, no one's yelling. They're just like, yep, okay. But of course, we rope dropped straight to Beauty and the Beast at Disneyland. As you can see, we were number one. It was such an experience. I've almost never cried at Disney just because that's just not who I am, but I almost cried. Yeah, it was just so magical. And then at Disney Sea, it's very interesting. We didn't know where to go, so I will tell you, if you're coming in through the front, you're turning right. For some reason, I was like, wait, how are we going straight? I don't get it, because there's different entrances, so go straight to the right or straight to the left, depending on which end you're coming from. But so beautiful, and again, we got to be one of the first, and here you can see all of the jogging. Now, I wasn't too up for it. It was freezing. Disney Sea was way more cold than Disneyland, and I will also tell you that our portable Wi-Fi did not work as well at this park. At Disneyland, we had no problems. At Disney Sea, if we got to the back of the park, our app would stop working, our Wi-Fi would stop working. It was just more of a black hole for Wi-Fi, so just a heads up. But for this one, what I would recommend you do is you go straight to Soarin'. So if you go straight, turn right, keep going up the stairs, and you're gonna see Soarin'. And I know we have Soarin' at Disneyland and Disney World, but hear me out, this one has a beautiful queue. I don't say that often. Maybe, I don't know, Rise of the Resistance has a cool queue, I don't know, or Bowser's Castle has a cool queue, but this one has a gorgeous queue, and it's a little bit different. While you are in line for your first ride or waiting for a pre-show, like here we were waiting for Beauty and the Beast, the next thing you need to do is get on your phone and buy Premier Access if you can. Again, if you saved enough money, I would highly suggest you do, and try to get into like the lottery, that's what I call it, for these shows, because not all the shows you can go, it's based on lottery. So here you can see how we're like trying to film and get into the lottery. We only won one show, which was very unfortunate, but yes, I highly suggest you do that and get those Premier Access. Those are like your fast passes or like your genie passes. They cost per ride, and we did it for Beauty and the Beast, we did it for Baymax, we did it for a show at night, we did it for the Tower of Terror, for Toy Story. We just did it pretty much for anything that was available. But the key here is just like a fast pass, make sure you set a timer so that you know when you can buy the next one, because you have to wait to buy the next one. So here's me with my crazy alarms setting it up. Let's just move right along to tip number 4 and ignore the fact that I have 100 alarms set. Another big tip, which you've probably heard if you're doing your research on Japan, is to bring cash, bring yen. Now, we heard that they were huge on cash, but I didn't realize how much coin based it is. They have coins for 500 yen and 100 yen, which I kept in a separate pouch because those are about short of $5 a dollar, but you use those very often on machines. And then I kept the other little coins in a different pouch. But they have so many coin machines for drinks. You can't just go up and buy a drink and popcorn and a chimichanga. That's not how Japan works, at least Disney. You buy a drink at the little machines here. As you can tell, there's a lot of cute ones, by the way. You might want to check them all out. You buy a drink at one of these machines, you buy popcorn only at a popcorn only cart, and you buy like meat only at a meat cart. So it's not like you can buy multiple things in the same place unless you're going to like a restaurant or a quick eats. They also have claw machines, just like at Disneyland. They have old-fashioned games near like the main entrance, so definitely fun to play, but you need 100 coin yens. And they have so many Gashapons. Please check them out. I have a whole 2 videos on Gashapons because I am obsessed with them. And coin lockers, they work very different. As you can see here, this is short of $5, and you can only use it once. That's it. So you can't come back in and open it. If you open it, you need to put another 500 yen in there. They also have a little bit bigger for 600 yen, short of $6 right there. We ended up getting 2, so highly recommend. Tip number 5 is a short tip. Save a little time to go to Ikspiari, which is like the downtown Disney Spring. It's not as big, but there is a convenience store where you can buy a bunch of snacks and food and groceries. There is a Daiso, which is like a cheap store where you can buy a bunch of stuff. So if you forgot, I don't know, a toothbrush, you could buy it there. Not that you need it, because a lot of the hotels have it, but you know what I mean. It is also next to the JR station, so if you want to take a train to Tokyo, you totally could. And they have a bunch of restaurants, including, yep, McDonald's, and of course, yes, we had some. The next tip, I don't know if it's much of a tip, but look around for characters. You don't necessarily have to wait in line. They were still socially distanced, but you could see them all over the park, and they would high-five you and take pictures with you from a distance and pose for you, and it was absolutely amazing. And I actually really liked this because we didn't have to wait in a long line to take a picture with them, and we can still interact with them, and it was amazing. And there were so many, and some of them you really don't see at the parks here, so that was great, such as Miss Shelly May. I'm so happy with this picture. We did wait for Miss Shelly May. You can also wait for Duffy Bear. We did not have a chance. Duffy Bear and Friends are only at Disney Sea, so if you're like me and you want to get the Duffy merch and get the Duffy pictures, go to Disney Sea first so you can have that merch secured in your hotel room and then enjoy the rest of your time, because I was stressed out thinking there was no merch and it's all at Disney Sea. Moving on to snacks. Of course, I'm going to talk about snacks and what snacks we liked. We loved the ice cream. It was less than, can you guess? $4. Did you guess? It was so cheap. It's crazy. All of the food is relatively cheap compared to here, is what I'm trying to say. Relatively cheap compared to Disney prices here. Of course, we tried these. They were fine. The melon bread that just passed was amazing. The monoka right here, the sea salt ice cream, my favorite thing in the world. Well, in that world. It's so good. I went back. I think I ate 4 or 5 in like one day. Obsessed. My husband's favorite was the popcorn, but there's a lot of flavors. Try all of them and see which one you like. He, of course, liked the pepper popcorn. I think it was my favorite too, but I wasn't big into the popcorn, if I'm being honest. We also went to Teddy's bar and just so much food. It is a little bit different. I found myself eating more snacks than actual food, and that's why I ended up going to McDonald's. But I'm super picky, so if you're not super picky, you are more than fine. And yeah, that is it. Let me know if you have any questions. Of course, I could talk about the rides if you want. Let me know in the comments what kind of video you would want from Disney Japan, and I will make it for you. I just love reliving my memories, and as I low-key try to plan the next one, don't tell my husband, I like to look at the footage and be like, oh yeah, I would have done that different. So please let me know in the comments any questions that you have. Next time, I think I'm gonna try a Disney hotel package. They weren't out when we went, but I heard great things about it, where they bundle the hotel, the tickets, free snacks, better viewing. I will also, the premiere access, I would still do that for the shows at night so that you don't have to sit down and wait for a seat. I will tell you, people do sit for a seat and they buy little mats at Daiso so that their butts don't get dirty. I would definitely do Baymax again. It was such an amazing ride. We had so much fun on this ride. It ended up being one of my favorite rides. And the big question that I believe a lot of you will probably ask is 2 days enough? Like, how many days? So we went for 2 days, 1 day each park, and it was plenty of time. We did go during a busy season, but because we had the extra minutes, the rope drop, all of the premiere access, it was smooth. We had no issues. If you could do 3 days, perfect. Our favorite at the end of the time, like if you said you can go to one more time, it would be Disney Sea. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the rest of my Japan trips. And until next time, adios.